to establish the deen of Allah, to make it supreme, to establish the kingdom of heaven on earth. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heavens. Oh Allah, all our matters should be decided according to your law. Why are we living under any other law? This is rebellion against Allah. And if you have accepted it, a Muslim can live in such conditions only, just as a fish is out of water. If he accepts that system, if he has reconciled to that system, if he is thinking of prosperity in that system, he has nothing to do with Iman. He might be a Muslim. He might be a leader of the Muslims. Nothing to do with Iman. In a system, in a country, in a place where the Allah's deen is not supreme, you have to live as a constant fighter, struggling against the system, to be contented with the minimum that is essential to keep you alive, not to prosper, not to have property, not to establish businesses, not to be very successful in professions, not to shine in sciences. If any of these things become the goal of a Muslim, living under an un-Islamic system, he has nothing to do with Iman, and this is the most lenient word that I can say. I don't declare them to be kafirs, but nothing to do with Iman. And at this level, these five things become necessary. Bil Jamaat, you must belong to a party. This party should have the discipline of listen and obey. There's not to reason why, there's but to do and die. Whatever command comes, you have to accept. In the case of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, this was absolute, no exception. Whatever he commanded, it had to be accepted. Only on occasions the companions asked him, if you permit us to give our opinion, oh yes, come forward. And many occasions he accepted their advice. But had he not accepted the advice, they had to obey the commandment of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. No alternative. But after Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, no person, not even Abu Bakr, but to speak of any other person, could demand this absolute obedience. No. Obedience within the limits of the Sharia.